Hi Biff, welcome in Linea Rock for the first time here in the studios.
Yes, very nice to be here.
Okay.
Very good.
The next 10 days go out the new album of Saxon, Call to Arms, in the title of this new album. 10 songs of pure classic and direct heavy metal. You defined this new album probably the best you ever written. What do you think Call to Arms has more than the other releases?
Well, I think we did a different. We had a different team making the album,
Okay.
and we approached it a little bit more in the spirit of the '80s, a bit more not really live, but more recording, less sort of production, less big, bombastic keyboards and choirs. So we went a little bit more back to a more dynamic, pure sound for this album. Yeah.
Okay.
And with the songwriting as well, we went. Toby, the co-producer I was working with, he really took us back to a time where I was writing lyrics about never surrender, backs to the wall, all that. So I went back there a bit and wrote more, like Ballad of the Working Man and Surviving Against the Odds, things like that.
Okay. We can talk about the title, Call to Arms. There is a particular meaning, or can we consider a call to metal people to support this kind of music?
Yeah, both really.
Ah.
I mean, it's the song is a sad song about a soldier in the First World War in the trenches. Could be French, could be Italian, could be English, could be German, could be anybody really in there. And I just like the title, Call to Arms. I mean, it's been used before, but for us, it's for Saxon, it's always special when we have that sort of title. And I didn't want it to be another sort of Celtic medieval cover. Mm-hmm. This one, I wanted it to be more like Strong Arm of the Law, a poster.
Yeah.
So it's good.
For this new album, you have changed the producer. Into the Labyrinth, the Inner Sanctum, and Lion Air was produced by Charlie, and we can say an 80s sound, like you ever told me before. It's a choice, or because you have a new producer?
Well, it's really between me and Toby, Toby Jepson. We produced it together, and I wanted a new sound, another sound for this album. I mean, Into the Labyrinth, fantastic album.
Yeah.
I just wanted this one to be a bit different, and Toby agreed. So together we came up with the plan. And Charlie did work on the album. He worked as engineer, but he didn't help me produce it. And also we mixed it separate. We didn't mix it, which makes a big difference as well. So a Canadian guy mixed it in Los Angeles. So the album is very loud, very dynamic, in your face.
And it's correct that you have recorded in 2 different studios. Why this choice?
Yeah, we did the first half of the recordings in Chapel Studios, where we wrote and recorded Solid Ball of Rock album. And then we went to a place in Brighton called Brighton Electric, that we rehearsed there quite a lot. And they just re-equipped all the studios, so we give it a try. And it's a great place because it's got about 20 rehearsal rooms. So there's a lot of young bands around all the time playing music. So it's a great environment. It's a great environment to work in.
Checking the track back on 69 is a heavy anthem with epic chorus. Can you tell us more about this song, and does it recall the period of your debut?
Well, it's a song about the new wave of British heavy metal, sweeping across the world. I suppose in a huge wave, and it's really a connection between that and now, really. We feel that now is a great time for rock music again, and especially our type of music. And a lot of young fans are there now, and a lot of old fans as well. So together we come, and it's back in '79 where it all started, really. So that's what the song's about.
Okay. Another track to mention is When Doomsday Comes, for 2 reasons. The guest appearance of Don Airey on the keyboards, and because it's included also in a movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
First of all, in the past you have worked with Georg Michael for 1 album and also 1 tour. About Don Airey, how was born this collaboration for this?
Well, we know Don from way back, and we always keep playing with Deep Purple every now and again, So I think I met him in the American Embassy in London.
Huh.
We were getting visas for our trip to America,
Yeah.
and he was there with his son. And I said, we've just written a song about Excalibur called Mists of Avalon. It'd be a great song for you to play on. So he said, yeah, it sounds good. So I sent him the song, and with the song was When Doomsday Comes, because we just written that for the film. So I sent him both songs, and he said, I'll play on both of them. So he played on both of them, and that was great, really.
Okay. About When Doomsday Comes, will be included to the soundtrack of the movie Hybrid Theory, right?
Yeah.
What can you tell about this movie?
Well, it's a sci-fi horror film.
Oh.
It's a bit like I don't know if you've seen Dog Soldiers or
No.
The Descent.
Oh.
It's from the same people that made that. So it's a bit of an alien come sci-fi horror thing.
Okay.
There's a lot of blood and guts in it, and people being killed, basically.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. About movie, what is your favorite kind, and have you a favorite movie in particular?
I like adventure movies.
Okay.
You know, and I also like sci-fi movies. But actually, I like most movies. Really, I just love movies. You know, it's always great to go and see, like, you know, I always try and go to the cinema to see, you know, Avatar or Harry Potter or, you know, Thor. I saw Thor in 3D. I thought it was fantastic. You know. Great.
It's great. Hammer of the Gods, Mist of Avalon, and Afterburner are great songs. Which new song do you think could be future here to play live?
I don't know. It's difficult to tell that because at the moment we're playing four tracks on tour.
Yeah.
And we sometimes play a different track, you know.
Okay.
But I think Hammer of the Gods is great. It's going down great, and
Yes.
Back in '79 is great. And we do Call to Arms, and sometimes we do When Doomsday Comes. Sometimes we do Chasing the Bullet, and sometimes we do Surviving Against the Odds. So you know, I don't know yet.
The Saxon have so many albums.
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult for you and for the band create a set list for every night.
Yeah, it's very difficult
Because all the listener want to hear all the classic hits.
Yeah, and you get some countries that have their specific favourites. You know, like in Italy and Spain, everybody likes Ride Like the Wind.
Yeah.
We don't usually play Ride Like the Wind in Europe.
In Europe,
so you know, it's just how it is, really.
You study for
well,
every country.
if people want it and shout for it.
Yeah,
then,
yes, that's right.
You know.
As 11th track that we consider a bonus, there is an orchestral version of the title track, and the result is very, very good for me. How was born this idea?
Well, we're always trying different things. We have an orchestral version of Crusader as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So the idea is next year maybe is to do a show with an orchestra and pick some tracks to play with an orchestra. I mean, some tracks sound fantastic with an orchestra, some tracks are not so good. You know, it's like Wheels of Steel doesn't really work with an orchestra because it's just a guitar riff. There's no, but who knows? You know, somebody might come up with a great.
And do you think that in the future can be possible to recording with orchestra a video film?
Well, I think we're going to make a DVD of it.
DVD.
I think so. We're just talking to the people now.
Yeah. Okay. Great. But probably for the next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year, or maybe the year before, the year after. The next thing coming out after the album is a DVD of I think 3 or 4 Wacken shows.
Okay.
So that'd be a high quality DVD. I think that's coming out in January.
In January.
I think, yeah.
And the Wacken show of the last year or so?
Yeah, it's 5 shows.
5 shows.
5 concerts, yeah.
Great.
Plus audio of this tour. So it'll be a nice package. Yeah, it'll be a nice package.
Okay. Saxon is one of the most representative and important bands of the new wave of British heavy metal. How had you considered the other band in that period? I mean, like competitors or like brothers?
Well, both really. You know, you have to be very competitive, and yeah, I think we're good friends actually. I mean, in the early days of you know, in the late '70s, you know, Maiden and Saxon played together quite a few times actually. And it was always great to play together. Yeah.
And if you could choose one song of the discography of the one of this band, what could be that song?
Of one of the bands?
Yes, one song of the other band.
I think, I think for us it's definitely Wheels of Steel. And I think for Maiden, I think it was probably Number of the Beast.
Number of the Beast.
That really took them to the higher top, yeah.
Okay. About this new tour, you will play 3 shows here in Italy.
Yeah.
Together, Crimes of Passion and another band, Thunderburst.
Vanderburst.
From England or?
From Holland.
Holland, okay.
Vanderburst, yeah.
Can you introduce this support band? They are, because I...
Well, yeah, Vanderburst are very old school. Very like old, original Saxon. They're a 3-piece. And they're great musicians, and they look and dress like the 80s. So, and they got some great songs. They're pretty cool actually. 3-piece band.
So
Crimes of Passion are probably a bit more sort of. They're quite 80s as well in some ways, but their music is more melodic. They've got 2 guitars. And their songs are more structured, but it's good to have them both there. I mean, people can buy their albums in the show, so if they want to buy albums.
Okay, and for the end, you can talk about this book.
Never Surrender.
Never Surrender. Yeah. You have dedicated many time, only you, but only the writer. You are dedicated to this book many time, or
It's a good book. I mean, it's the first time I've seen the Italian version. I'm just looking at the pictures now. It's good.
In the middle. Okay.
Yeah, I like the black and white ones though. These.
Yeah,
it's good. So I think it's selling quite well in Italy. The book, in France, it's going really well. But I think people like the book
because I see that in this period, many. Musicians are writing the autobiography. It's probably a time for all these books.
Well, I wrote this quite a while ago now, 2007. It took quite a while to be translated into different languages. But it's I like the book. To tell you the truth, I've only read it once when we first did it. So, but people tell me they like it.
Yeah,
which is good.
Great.
Thank
you very much, Biff. See you the next time.
Yeah, next time. And I think we might be coming back to Europe in November. So we're going to try and play 1 or 2 more Italian shows.
Great.
But we have some great fans
because
here.
Now started the tour, and you play also during the summer festival.
We're doing summer festivals, and then we're coming back in November.
Thank you very much, Biff. Bye.
Yep, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.